Oh, I fell down, Harry Potter says. Stand up. Come on. Oh, now I can't stand up now? What the fuck? Stand up. Well, Xena, Gabrielle, it's good to meet you both. Well, it's good to meet you, Harry Potter. We heard so many wonderful things about you. Well, I can tell you, Xena, I have never thought that I'll ever meet the fighter elderling and the fighting scroll, or poedia. And we never thought that we would meet one of the well-known spellcasters or spellbinders like you, Harry Potter. Everyone talks about how you lived through Lord Voldemort's slaying. Yeah, and I was lucky. God and Jesus were watching over me that day. But sadly, I lost my mother and father, though. Yeah, I know that, Xena says. It must have been hard growing up without your mother and father. You haven't believed half of it. I went to live with my aunt, and she didn't really like. I had to live with my aunt and her husband, in Pridget Drive. And they didn't like me all that well. They treated me bad because a sense of my mother, Lilith, you know. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Xena said, I'm sorry to hear all that shit happened. I mean, why they take it out on you? I mean, alright, so let's say your aunt didn't really get along with her sister all that well. But why would they take it out on you? I don't know, Xena. I don't know. All I know is that my life shifted when I learned that I was a spellbinder. Then I spent many years at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Spellbinding. Well, yeah, about that, Harry. I heard a lot of weird and sometimes crazy things happen there. Yeah, if you ever read my books or saw any of my films, then you'll know all the crazy things that happened there. And I can't go in, I would be here too long if I started telling you every single thing that happened. You know. Well, I just want to know one thing, Xena says. Tell me, why did everyone in your world, Harry, why are they always frightened of Lord Voldemort? Oh, you can't say Voldemort, can't say his name, I never understood that. I don't know. The only guess I can come up with is that folks were so frightened of him, of all the sinful, unlawful things that he did, that they just didn't want to talk about him anymore. Put him underneath the rug, Out of sight, out of mind, I guess, was what a lot of folks were thinking. I guess so. So tell me, how was, I know that a lot of folks like to, so there's this sport you like to do called cribbage or whatever the English word for it would be. How does that go? It has something to do with being on a flying rug with a racket, I guess, and hitting a ball everywhere. Oh yeah, it's a sport. You fly around. It's like polo or whatever the English word for that would have been. Only instead of riding it on a horse or kicking it, through a goal thing on the ground, sadly, you're going around shooting. Sadly, you're flying on a flying rug. You got this stick in your hand. You're whacking a ball everywhere. And I guess it's the same offshoot, only you're flying in the sky. That's the only way I can tell you about it, Gabrielle says. That's the only thing I can tell you, Gabrielle, about how it's like. And I know a lot of folks are into football. Now, if we're talking about the football that's done in the 4-1 Reichs in the settled land, or talking about the kickball, which is also called football, which is done in almost all the other lands, that was a whole other thing. I had a class friend there that told me that he didn't really get it. Well, I understand, Harry, that there was a well-known spellcaster called Albus Dumbledore, who was the head overseer, the head leader, of the school for many years, of the learn for many years. Yes, Lord, yes. Albus Dumbledore was the head leader of Hogwarts for many years. Formerly, before that, he worked as a teacher for the shielding against the dark craft, before he ended up being chosen to become the head leader of Hogwarts. But sadly, he died a long time ago, and no one quite knows who did it. They said it was Severus Snape who... Oh, yeah, let me guess. He was another friend of your father, but he didn't get along with your father, but he was watching out for you, but he never did like you, though. I don't get it. Severus Snape had it out for me. Why he was against me, I'll never know. But he said, Harry, I'm watching out for you because your father was a friend of mine, so I owe it to him. Well, we got it. Oh, wow, XENA says, I wish we had more time. You could have shown me around your house or show us Hogwarts or whatever, but I don't think you'll have the time. Well, XENA, Gabrielle, it was good seeing both of you. It was getting great to meet both of you, though. All right. Well, tell me, before you leave, how did you get to our world? A hole opened between I guess we'll call it the warlocked world, I guess, the spellbinded world and the non-spellbinded world, I guess, and that's how we got here. Most likely, that's how we'll get back home. All right. Take care, Harry. You too, XENA. You too, Gabrielle.